boy. Let's see. I'm going to see how long I can actually stand this. I think this is going to be, I don't know. Listen, new show. This is a new show alert. We're going to try a new show, a new Real Housewives. Oh boy. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Like I said, it's a new show alert. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Child, who would ever thought it? Utah. Utah? Really? Utah. Child. This is going to be good. It's going to be interesting. One is, you never see it. It's snowy. Like, it's just cold. Cold. Okay? You see a little something in Atlanta here and there. Baby, no, it's cold. These heifers is cold, baby, up in Utah. And then I said, well, Utah brings a lot of other different little issues. And I said, oh, they're all here. I'm going to see how long I can hang with this before it gets on my nerves or it gets too deep and too tight. Because there's a whole lot of issues that come up. Honey, Utah. And there's religion. And there's race. And then there's a whole lot of good dirt. But there's definitely a whole black thing going on. And there's a whole Mormons and all of these rules and all of that. I could see it in my head now before we even get started about these comments and all the back and forth. And let's get ready to do this the Chez lane, honey. We're going to do it the Spillitboy TV way and see how long we make it. This is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Season 1, Episode 1. Okay. Lot to unload. There's this woman here named Jen. Jen is Hawaiian. She's Mormon. Jen rubbed me. First 5 minutes, I was like, I might need to turn this off. I was like, what? When she said, in Utah, I'm black. No, bitch. You're not black nowhere. Do you understand? It's all right now. I said, come on, Spillitboy, pull yourself back and just go with it and see what this is actually giving. But I'm telling you, I don't give a damn what your kids are black. Your husband is black. You are not black, and I don't give a damn in what state, in or outside of the United States. You're not black, sis. Okay? You're Hawaiian and Asian and all that other stuff that you listed. You're not black. Black wasn't even in, I ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying African descent, nothing. You was a whole melting pot of other shit, but black wasn't even in there. Because you know if black would have been in there at all, it overthrows all the other shit, and then, yeah, you would be black in Utah. See, here we go. Here we go. See, y'all don't like this type of teaching. We ain't been here 5 minutes. And here I go. You ain't black. Out, child. I don't even do the black-white thing, and y'all know it. But it was offensive. It was offensive. In Utah, I'm black. No, bitch. Sharif. His ass is black. Her husband is a Muslim. So here she is. She's Mormon. And then she reverted to Islam, okay? When she tried to get her husband to revert to being Mormon. And he said, no, Mormons didn't even start accepting black people till, what was it, the 70s? And he was like, no, we're not doing none of that. So then she saw it for what it was and said, oh, no, you know. So, yeah, that is kind of offensive because I got my husband and my 2 children. She has 2 boys. She had 2 boys. One of them is in college and the other one's 14. And they're black boys, okay? No matter what she is. See, there's that one drop, honey. One drop, honey. Good. From the first drop to the last drop, honey, it's just like coffee, honey. COFFEE. One drop of black make you black, child. That's just the way. Look, I didn't write the rules. This is the way it was before I even got here, honey. They're black for all intents and purposes. And then that was all bad enough. Then she did this that offended me. Well, I went ahead and I switched on over to the Nation of Islam, baby. And then she said, Assalamu alaikum, bitches. What? Miss Jen, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. All the way down. That was offensive to the Mormons. And it was offensive to the Muslims. And I ain't neither. Offensive. Very offensive. I thought that was the most offensive opening. I was like, really, brother? Come on, James. Just let's see what it gives. Then, after her, we meet Heather. Okay? Here come Heather. Heather and Jen are friends. Go figure. Heather's a Mormon. Heather says, oh yes, you know the Mormons, we believe that perfection is attainable. First mistake. See, now here we go with the religion stuff. That ain't nothing but some bullshit. Perfection is not attainable. Perfection is set on the planet for you to chase after, baby. But the only thing perfect is him and his son, darling. None of us. Perfection is not attainable. And you got issues. I said, see, we ain't gonna make it. We not gonna make it. Because y'all talking bullshit. And I don't want to be attacking the Mormons. I don't. I don't want to be attacking the Mormons. I don't want to attack anybody's religion. But any religion that you talk about perfection is attainable by the followers, you full of bullshit. There's nothing perfect but God and Jesus. Period. Ain't nothing that involves us perfect. But them two. One more thing. The Holy Spirit. That Trinity, that's the only thing perfect. What are you talking about? You're crazy. It's just a word that we use. Oh, girl, that's perfect. No, that's as good as we could possibly get it. But there's nothing perfect but the Holy Trinity. Now, get on out of my face with that bullshit now. Anyway, I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it here. So, she go even further into the realm of bullshit. She owns the beauty bar and the laser place. And I was already looking at her because, see, Jen and Heather both look like Madam. Yeah. Both of them. I was looking for Waylon Flowers. I said, where are you at, honey? Where is Waylon Flowers? Because Madam's ass done got loose, honey, and done made some babies. I said, child, if y'all don't get these suck puppet bitches out of here, honey. Face as hard as Chinese arithmetic. Honey, I said, quit playing with me, honey. Quit playing with me. This is going to be interesting, honey. 1 full hour, honey, of Annabelle, honey. Whatever. Let me quit, because I know I'm being offensive. I know somebody's offended already. Whatever. Let's go, honey. Y'all can see, I wasn't paying this show no attention. My mama said, did you know that there was no? I said, girl, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know if I want to know nothing about it. And then y'all been all in my comments, all in my DMs. Y'all asked for this, so wrote a song about it. Like to hear it. Here it goes. Thank you very much. Honey, we're going to go on and do it. We're going to see how long this lasts. Let's see how bad the fights get, honey. Whoo, Lord have mercy. Here we go. She's married. Oh, Heather. She's married to a billionaire heir. Okay? She married a billionaire heir. He was a Mormon billionaire heir. Okay? And it's all, they're pushing this Mormon thing. Okay? Now, the Mormons got all these goddamn rules. I don't understand how they slip, but this is another thing that they showed with the show, that the Mormons slip a lot of bullshit up underneath the rules, such as said show. Because I can't imagine with all the rules they have that filming a reality show, dishing their dirt, is even anything that the Mormons would even say, oh, okay. But it seems as though when it comes to money, the rules start bending. Anyway, now, she divorced the billionaire. Okay? She divorced him. She now gets looked down upon by the Mormons. She's still a Mormon, but they kind of give her this, honey, because the Mormon church is totally against divorce, and she is a divorcee. Then she goes and she says, yeah, you know, this is terrible. I did that 5 years ago, but, you know, I have a little issue because I love everything that the Mormon church doesn't approve of. And then this bitch started naming off things that's right at the top of the list. Black men, rap, homosexuals, no sex, no smoke, no drinking, and no swearing. See, well, that's church in general. The whole sex, drinking, smoking, and swearing, and the homosexual thing. I would have let you make it with all that. But baby, black men and rap music, I can't let you make it on that, bitch. What's really going on? What is really going on? So basically, Heather and Jen, and then and throughout the program, I kept hearing about Jen just be showing up people spitting bars. So what I've gathered from Jen, and I'm going to have to watch a little more, is that part of the time of your day, you a old culture vulture type of bitch. And the other part of your day, you a straight up white girl that's a Mormon. But you a whole culture vulture type of bitch for about 8-9 hours a day. Bitch, please. I'm on your ass, honey. You and your girlfriend. Them two, those are culture vultures. I ain't feeling neither one of them two. I'm telling y'all from the door. I'm going to be dragging. Anyway, and they're friends. Them two are friends. And then we thought, and they, like I said, they look like Madam, both of them. Heather is one of Jen's best customers. She got a lot of work done. You know, Botox and all kind of shit all in her face. Again, just really, honey. Let's move on. Then we met Meredith. Okay. Meredith, this broad here, she got 2 daughters and 1 boy. Her 1 boy, old Brooks, honey. Brooks, child, he wanted the children. I said, oh, come on through, Brooks. He wanted the children, and she's embraced it. She completely embraced it. She let you know without saying, yeah, he's here. staying with us. He's home from college. He's staying with us. And the greatest thing, he can do my makeup every day. I said, girl, here we go. So you just had to throw that out there. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything. He's not a cosmetologist. He's not a makeup artist. He's just one of the girls, honey. But it was no need to even say it. We would have just figured it out. So I was like, I smell fake. But okay. Said, don't get on her just yet, James. Just chill out. Because she seems to love her baby. So I ain't going to drag her too much. But I got my good old eye on you, bitch. I see fake, honey. But anyway. So Meredith's husband, he lives in Chicago. Well, he lives with her, but he basically staying in Chicago on business. He's doing his thing in Chicago. She owns a store. She has a store in the jewelry business. She has a lot of celebrity clients, okay? Seth is the name of the husband. And now I like Seth. Seth is funny as hell. He is a straight shooter. And I can tell Seth is going to be the saving grace at that house. Old Brooks, honey. Brooks is, child, she's a lot. Miss Brooks, honey. Miss Brooks is a lot. He's real over the top and real extra. And Seth, he gets some of it from his daddy because his daddy extra. But his dad ain't suspect. I don't think Seth ain't suspect. Seth is just real. He's just real, and I think I've taken a liking to Seth already. He's a straight shooter, and he's funny as hell. When he said, I'm overworked and I'm oversexed. Undersexed. Overworked and undersexed. She will say, well, wait a minute, honey. That's not nice. Again, they're Mormons too. I said, nah, girl, come on and tell us how the Mormons feel about your child, about Brooksy, honey. I'm interested to see that part. Are we ever going to talk about, we're talking about Brooksy doing makeup. Are we going to talk about Brooksy and the Mormon church? That'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. I got my eye on you. I want to see how you handle that, Mr. Meredith, honey. But anyway, see, I told y'all this shit is messy boots. This is so loaded. This is like one of them loaded potatoes that you used to get from Lone Star. Baby, you know, it was satisfying to the last drop, honey, and you was going to feel some kind of way, good or bad. Probably a stomach ache. Anyway, but it was good going down. Anyway, then we go to Lisa. Now, Miss Lisa got two sons, honey. Miss Lisa, girl, I want to hear more about your story. Now we get to the messy ass folks, the real messy ass folks. Not the offensive ones, but just the real messy ass folks. Miss Lisa, honey, she's this old rich Mormon woman, honey, and she is Jewish. Okay, so she comes from some money. Not just because she's Jewish, but she's Jewish, she comes from some money. And she chose to be Mormon. Okay? Miss Lisa is a messy bitch, if you ask me, honey. I'm just waiting on it to come out. And we've seen a little bit of it. She met her husband through her sister and made a point to let us know in the first 2 minutes we met her that she thinks that her husband actually had a crush on her husband. Bitch, I will definitely be paying attention to you all, honey, because that's a whole wasted white girl mess, honey. You gonna get drunked up, baby, and some shit gonna come out. And if you and your sister don't get to fight, and honey, I'll be wrong. But I predict somewhere down the line, baby, we're gonna meet that sister, and there gonna be some shit about that husband on some old drunk white girl shit, honey. Watch. She owns a tequila company. And she always is sitting under judgment of the Mormons. But I think they kind of can buy the judgment away, if you catch my drift. But yeah, they people be kind of side-eyeing them, but about their way in. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Miss Whitney. Now this is something, here we go, honey. Ooh. Miss Whitney, honey. She seems to be the youngest of the girls, honey. She's a little blonde, honey. Her husband's name is Justin. She's been married to Justin for 10 years. And when we first meet her, She's having a beautiful, beautiful party at her lavish home, and everything's great, honey. Her husband, Justin, is 18 years older than her. I said, bitch, yes. Work it out, Miss Whitney. But then we get down into it. Miss Whitney don't have a religious background, or she's not currently in a religious situation. Okay, she's not a Mormon or anything, because she was excommunicated from the Mormon church, her and Justin, because her and Justin got married 10 years ago. They were renewing their vows. She was 5 months pregnant at the time, and see, everybody knew that they were in an affair relationship. Both of them were with other people when they got together, and this is how they all got excommunicated from their families and the Mormon church. I said, ooh, ooh. Y'all know I live for old nasty old love triangle, honey. This is deep. This is, ooh. There's one, listen, their story is a mess, but there's one worse, baby. Just hold on. Don't y'all touch no goddamn button. Don't touch the button. Don't touch it. Don't touch the button. I ain't even got where we going yet, baby. The last bitch, honey, just wait. Salt Lake City, honey. Y'all got more than snow, honey. Listen here. So this was the part that was killing me. There were people, see, old fake family members at the party. You know, you can see the hot mics, honey. People sliding up on her. Because now you want to be on TV. She got it going on 10 years later. You can hear people apologizing to her about how they did them 10 years ago. Girl, I'm really sorry about what I said. Ooh, ooh. And you know people do that clout chasing shit. As she said herself, you know, I feel two different kinds of ways. I'm relieved that now people are letting it go. But my thing is, I feel a kind of way because why in the hell has it taken you 10 years? An apology comes when you get on TV, baby. That's what they call fake fraud. Fuck shit. That's what that is, baby. I said, oh yes, Miss Whitney. Yes, Miss Whitney. Anyway, let's move on. So we start seeing Jen. Jen is a messy bitch, okay? Jen is a narcissist, real bad. Now, I already told y'all she spends a lot of time getting Botox and all this. Everything is about Miss Jen, honey. Everything's about Miss Jen. Miss Jen busts out, honey. She's going to give a birthday party for Meredith. Okay? Meredith says she 48, same age as me. I looked at Meredith and I said, you sure? Are you sure, Miss Meredith, that you're 48? Girl, I smell an AARP card somewhere around, but okay, girl, you say you 48, me too, bitch. Me too. Anyway, so Miss Girl is dealing with Stewart. Stewart is her first assistant because she has a first and a second assistant. Her second assistant's name is Crystal. Stewart, I looked at Stewart and I said right away, she worrying the shit out of Stewart. Stewart is bald-headed as a motherfucker. And not my kind of bald-headed. Bald-headed involuntarily, honey. All this shit is, I said, Stewart, y'all running around here with all this money and ain't nobody told you that you need to do this here, right here, this right here, babe? You look ridiculous. And she run around, you look 70, Stewart. And I know she did it. I know she did it to you. I know she did. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just wave your hand if you need help, Stewart. Just, we'll come get you, honey. But yeah, he's put together this party. The party's for Meredith, but it's all about her. People was making little jokes about, you know, her party. Oh yes, I love good party. And I could sense right away the narcissism in her. This party, when I tell you the party was really all about her, it was really all about Jen. She's ridiculous. She is totally ridiculous. But anyway, moving on. So then we have this little scene where there's Meredith, Jen, and Miss Lisa. Now, okay, how did this go? Lisa claims that she doesn't remember. She doesn't remember Jen from school. Heather, sorry. She doesn't remember Heather from school. They went to school together, but she claimed that she don't remember her. Now y'all know, we know this is Bravo TV stuff. Y'all remember how that whole thing with Yvonne and Yvonne and who was it? Eva on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we regurgitating storylines. But these people are cut from a whole different cloth. So she is about this has been 20 years. Oh, we've been friends 20 years, girl. We've been friends. Yeah, I know her, child. Yes, girl. All this here and all that there. They showed footage of Miss Heather. You know, she's a good culture vulture anyway. So you know she claims shit. Yeah, girl, we were good, child. Yeah, I knew her from school. She said, I don't know her. I don't remember her. I don't know her. She gave her very Mariah Carey. I don't know her, honey. So I said, oh, okay. All right. Cool. No problem. Then there was Miss Mary. We met Mary. Mary is a friend of Whitney. Mary is the only black girl, the only real black girl down here. Though I don't know if Mary actually realizes that she's black. And she don't identify with being white. You know, she ain't one of them girls. She just black, and I think she thinks she's just an exotic beauty and ain't nothing cute about her. She an old raggedy mop head little heifer, honey, and she is messy. She is the messiest person that I've seen so far. I told you I saved her for life. Baby, she's a label whore. Everything is, this is Dolce. This is this. This is that. This is Gucci. This is... Nobody even cared, bitch. Everybody around you got money like that, so it don't mean that. You look crazy. You look crazy. You're not a Mormon, so you're not even part of their circle. You're a friend of Whitney's. And then I'm going to wear you out, Miss Mary. How good of a friend of Whitney's are you, bitch? You weren't even invited to Whitney's vow renewal. She says she's Pentecostal. She's the first, she called herself the first lady of this Pentecostal church that she inherited from her grandmother. I don't know how she called herself first. Well, yeah, I do know how she called herself first lady, because she ended up, girl, I'm going to get into it in a second. But she's first lady. She don't like to be called pastor, because she said, pastor, that's an old lady. I said, oh, your age is too? Oh, girl, you're a mess. So she actually, in her grandmother's will, she inherited the church. And that ain't all she inherited. Is y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? I had to take a note for this, like a good note for this. She didn't just inherit the church, baby, from her grandmother. When her grandmother died and the will, she inherited her grandmother's husband. You heard what I said. You ain't ready for this type of teaching, because I wasn't ready for this type of teaching. This stinking bitch inherited her grandmother's husband. Do you understand what I just said to you? Legally, it is not incest. It's not incest, legally. So it's not against the law. But baby, I don't know what family this is. I'm part of a black family. We don't play this shit here. I mean, some shit is just too close. It just don't look good. Her grandmother told Robert Sr., if something happened to me, I want you to be with one of my girls, because I know they'll take care of you. Grandma was a nasty old crazy ass fool, and everybody that listened to Grandma was a crazy ass fool. You understand me? And Robert ain't shit. Cause ain't no way you was fucking on Grandma and now you gonna fuck on me. Ain't that? No, that's not ready to happen, Robert Sr. And I guess there's a Robert Jr. somewhere. What is Robert Jr.? One of her uncles? The fuck? Child, listen. Mary and Robert Jr., he sit up there grinning and skinning until I said, child, y'all look crazy on here. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. All of y'all. I'm Pentecostal, girl. The Pentecostal, I said, child, I'm surprised the Pentecostal church ain't came after Miss Mary, honey, and try to petition her ass off of this show. Because that shit is correct. I said, oh my God. So the grandmother literally had married this man who is not her grandfather, but he's her step-grandfather. And her good white girlfriend was in the confessional. And girl, just told the whole story of how Miss Whitney really feel about you, girl. First of all, you weren't invited to her. You weren't invited to her vow renewal, and she been excommunicated from the church. Don't nobody even fool with her, and she don't fool with you. So you are beneath the beneath, honey. You're when they begin to begin, honey, is what you are, and you're a whole damn clown. I said, oh my. She sat right up on her confessional and said, everybody knows about Mary and her step-grandfather and her step-grandfather husband. I said, oh. Child, then they was having confessionals given. That's sick. I said, oh, girl, they are dragging her. And with all that going on, you got the nerve to be a mop head, and you ain't nice. I said, ain't this a blip? Ain't this a blip? Come to find out, her and Jen, Mary and Jen, got history. They were friends, okay? She was a customer of Jen's. They're friends. Mary got a mouth on her. She's rude. She's rude as she's entitled, okay? Yeah. Like some first ladies actually are. She got that first lady's shit down, honey. She's rude as she's entitled. And what she did, I don't like Jen, but what she did to her was really, really wrong. Baby, Jen's aunt, they were at a function, and Jen was running late. She come directly from the hospital to whatever this function was. And she had just stopped at the hospital. Her aunt, who, her aunt was a double amputee. She had both her legs amputated. And she had stopped at the hospital. This fool said that, when they came in and do the situation, of course, naturally, when your girlfriend, when all that's going on and somebody comes to a function, they're late, they hugged her. She said, oh, when she hugged me, honey, she smelled like hospital. And I just wanted to, it just made me want to throw up because I have a real dark place about the smell of hospital. So I'm thinking something really bad happened to her. That bitch got to talking about it was some cosmetic surgery that she had some complications with. And so it's a real dark place. And she just doesn't, the smell of hospital just makes her sick. And she had the nerve when that went on to actually to say to the woman, girl, you smell like hospital. I got me smelling. And this woman just come from visiting her aunt who got both her legs amputated. I said, girl, who does that? Now, she should have bashed you in the mouth, but who does that? I see why they don't mess with you, because you ain't shit. So, that was that. She was sitting there at this little luncheon with Whitney. Whitney got a phone call, and shocked, she actually got an invite to the party that was for Meredith. Because she's friends with Meredith. Her and Meredith are cool. And it was going to be at Jen's house. Jen just said, whatever, I'm going to invite her because it's at my house, but it really ain't my party. I said, okay. So then after that, I'm going to get off of Mary. I'm going to get back on her in a minute. But I'm going to get off of Mary right now with her raggedy, raunchy ass. Woo, child. Too much. Too much. I told y'all I saved the best for last. That Mary is a shitty mess. Moving on, honey. Jen and Heather had this little conversation, baby, and Jen is telling Heather about how she said she didn't remember that the only thing she actually did remember about her was some story about her flashing her tits when they were in school. And she said, "What?" First of all, I went to a very exclusive college, honey. I went to a very exclusive college. No type of stuff like that went on. And I was Mormon. None of that stuff went on. She said, I always wished that I could be part of a sorority and do all those wild things. I always wished that I could relive it. And then because I ended up being basically shunned by the Mormons anyway, after I followed all those damn rules, I always wished I could have shown my tits. She said she is lying. She said she's lying. She said, and she does know me. She said, but see, whatever. She said she's a liar. And she said, well, she, maybe she's, she's a Mormon. She said, no, she's a bitch and a liar, and she's full of Mormon bullshit. I said, oh, okay. Nobody remembers it but Lisa, honey. I said, okay, whatever. So that was a whole mess. I said, oh, gonna be some problems with Miss Heather and Miss Lisa. And it touched her in her spirit. She was saying she was worked about it. She was really, really worked about it. They had like some little confessional stuff on Miss Lisa. Child, Miss Lisa was giving hangouts. And I told you she got a whole little situation where she basically kind of, it's a shade thing with the Mormons. They kind of accept her, but she knows it's only really because of her money and stuff. Her money and her affluence, honey. So she really gives the Mormons tips, whatever, honey. She has that type of too. So I said, okay. So let's go to this party. They had this party. And there's a whole thing with Meredith and her husband. How I told you her husband stays in Chicago. She really do have an issue with it about the time that she doesn't get to spend with the husband. She actually took Brooks, honey, with her as her little date, going to the party. Honey, the party's for her. Maybe when they first show up, she realizes right away, she can tell right away that the party was not for her. She's like, this party ain't for me. This party is for old girl. Everybody know it. Everybody know how she get down. She's shady. So, child, there was this goofy broad who was there. Old, rich, goofy, drunk bitch. And that was the other thing. Honey, now, Miss Jen, not Jen, I'm sorry, Miss, not Jen. What's the other chick? Heather. Miss Heather is going to be dishing us tea on the Mormons, honey, because she got a old dark spot for the Mormons. She going to be dishing us tea on the Mormons, honey. She going to say, yeah, you got the Mormons that claim they don't drink, honey. They be hiding in corners, getting fucked up at parties, honey. And then you got the people that are non-Mormon that be getting fucked up. But you got the Mormons that be back there hiding, getting fucked up too. I said, yes, come on, Miss Heather. I don't like you, bitch, but come on. I'm listening. I got an open ear for it because you coming with the bullshit, and I'm here for it. So there's this goofy broad. She up there drunked up, honey, just to singing happy birthday and got a gift for Jen. She was like, baby, it's not my birthday. My birthday was earlier in the year, but thank you, baby. A mess. So then we have this whole little situation. Child, here come Jen. Jen does. Now listen, Meredith done showed up. She down there mangling and carrying on. Jen ain't came down yet. Jen comes into the party. They have a whole grand entrance for Jen. Like the music changed. They're like, it's Jen Shaw. She come out dancing. I said, it is not your party. Child. And then girl, catch her toes, honey. Did you see her shoes? She had a pair of strappy sandals on. Now this is a pet peeve of mine. Why aren't your toes all fitting in the sandal? She literally had 3 toes in and 2 literally hanging up. They just was out. I said, girl, that's ugly. Ooh, that's ugly. Y'all see it? Go to the thumbnail line. I said, them toes. You know what? I ain't gonna put that I'm gonna put that on the screen. Here you go. Look at them damn toes. Now, you know that is just ugly. That looked like cave bitch shit. It was horrible. Anyway, but the whole grand entrance, and somebody said, I would never. No, it was Lisa did a confession. I would never have a grand entrance to a party that I threw for somebody else. Right, and neither would nobody else. That is a true live narcissist, honey. Just ridiculous. I said, oh, girl, that's ugly. Anyway, moving on. Then she had these dancers that they're Hawaiian dancers that she flew in from where the fuck ever where they came from. And they said, well, what did, in her confession, girl, what did those dancers have to do with Meredith? She said, they didn't. It really had to do with me. I said, okay, girl. So anyway, so when the time came, Miss Jen and Miss Mary ain't seen each other since this little situation. They just ain't been kind of dealing with each other. So she see Mary. Let me tell you about Mary, honey. Mary, where are you going, honey? She had this old, nasty, pea green dress. It was so ugly. Of course, it was designer. I don't give a damn. It was horrible. She looked like she walked right out of Whoville with that bullshit on. And then she had on white tights. You heard what I said? I didn't say white stockings. I said white tights. What 100-year-old woman is wearing tights with a dress? It ain't Easter. You look crazy. You look, child, look, I ain't Pentecostal either. And that ain't what they give. She look crazy. I said, girl, she look a mess. Over there, when I tell you she's an old mean heifer, she tried to backpedal on pussy pop honey. She was telling her, she said, well, girl, what did I say that hurt your feeling? What did I say? She was owning up to it at first. She's like, girl, you said that it smelled like hospital. She said, I said that to you, that you smelled like hospital. She said, yes, that's what you said. Girl, I don't remember saying that to you, honey. I said, oh, no, she's not. She says, listen, Carrie was there. Carrie could tell you. She gonna say, well, where is Carrie? She kept telling her. She said, no, let's go get. She didn't want to hear no more for her. Yeah, get Carrie, honey. I want to hear Carrie. Where she say that? Because I don't remember saying that to you. So Carrie came over there and she said, you did say that, honey, and you said that to her. That's what you said. Those were your words. You smell like. She said you told her she smelled like hospital, and then when she walked away, you were saying Jen smells like hospital. And she said, you know what? Well, what do you want me to do? Yeah, I said it. I said, bipolar much? Yeah, I said it. What do you want me to do about it? Then they got her in the damn confessional. And she gonna say, child, well, she did. I mean, what do you want me to do? Why is her aunt 60 and getting her legs cut out? She didn't live right. And she didn't eat right. And that was on her. That's her problem. It's not mine. Then they flashed back to her in real time. She would tell Carrie, girl, why are you still talking? Because Carrie was like, it just was wrong. You just don't say that to her. She said, why are you still talking, girl? Just shut up. Just shut up. I said, this black bitch. Girl, are you serious right now? Carrying on. Just shut up. And the last thing we see Jen is like, she gets up and she walks away. Honey, Miss Mary was sitting there like, the fuck is wrong with her? Girl, child, whatever, honey. And she was giving, go away from me with this, honey. And that's where it went off at. Honey, this show is a whole lot. But it got a lot of good mess. But baby, all this stuff about black versus not black versus these different religions, it's going to be a mess. Let's see. I want to see if it's going to last. I'm curious to see if it's going to last on the air or what group's going to get mad enough to have it snatched down. Because I've been doing that before. Listen, I have dealt with a show before that dealt with sororities. Baby, and them sororities got together and got that shit pulled down off the air. So, you know, Bravo ain't to be fooled with, but this shit is messy thigh-high boots. Anyway, I didn't talk long enough, 45 minutes. I'm out of here, child. Let's see how bad these comments look, child. I could just imagine. One, if anybody's watching, I don't know what the views going to be like, but I just want to see how bad the few of you that do watch, honey, is. Oh, Jesus, honey. Later, y'all.